How does the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, known as RAS, and antidiuretic hormone or ADH regulate blood pressure, blood volume, and urine osmolality?
The kidneys play a crucial role in maintaining homeostasis by regulating blood pressure, blood volume, electrolyte balance, and urine concentration. They constantly monitor changes in the body's internal environment and adjust fluid and ion levels through hormonal control systems, primarily the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAS, antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, and atrial natriuretic peptide, or ANP. These hormones work together to stabilize blood pressure and ensure that the body's water and salt balance remain within a healthy range. The renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system is activated when blood pressure, blood volume, or sodium concentration drops. This can happen, for example, during dehydration or blood loss. Specialized cells in the kidney, called juxtaglomerular or JG cells, detect these changes and release the enzyme renin into the bloodstream. Renin then acts on a plasma protein produced by the liver called angiotensinogen, converting it into angiotensin 1. As blood passes through the lungs, an enzyme called angiotensin converting enzyme, or ACE, converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2, which is the active form of the hormone. Angiotensin 2 has several powerful effects that help restore normal blood pressure and fluid balance. It causes vasoconstriction, which narrows blood vessels and raises systemic blood pressure. It also stimulates the adrenal cortex to secrete aldosterone and promotes the release of antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, from the posterior pituitary. In addition, angiotensin 2 increases sodium reabsorption in the proximal tubule of the nephron, further helping the body retain water and sodium. Aldosterone, one of the key hormones in this system, acts on the distal tubule and collecting duct of the nephron. It increases sodium reabsorption back into the bloodstream and promotes the secretion of potassium into the urine. Because water follows sodium by osmosis, this process increases blood volume and in turn helps restore blood pressure. Antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, works alongside RAS, but focuses primarily on water conservation and urine concentration. When blood becomes too concentrated, meaning the osmolality rises, or when blood volume drops, osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus signal the posterior pituitary to release ADH. ADH acts on the collecting ducts of the kidney, inserting water channels called aquaporin 2 into their membranes. This allows more water to be reabsorbed into the bloodstream, reducing urine volume and producing a more concentrated urine. As a result, ADH helps conserve body water and increase blood volume. RAS and ADH systems are closely integrated. Both are activated by low blood pressure or volume and act to restore fluid balance. RAS primarily responds to low blood pressure and sodium levels, while ADH responds to increased osmolality or dehydration. Together, they raise blood volume and pressure while decreasing urine output. Once homeostasis is restored, feedback mechanisms involving baroreceptors and stretch receptors signal the inhibition of both renin and ADH release, preventing excessive increases in blood pressure. To balance these effects, the body also produces a counter-regulatory hormone called atrial natriuretic peptide, or ANP. When blood pressure becomes too high, the atria of the heart stretch and release ANP. This hormone inhibits renin, aldosterone, and ADH secretion, causing the kidneys to excrete more sodium and water in the urine. ANP also causes vasodilation, which lowers vascular resistance. Together, these actions help reduce blood pressure and volume, providing an important physiological balance to the efforts of RAS and ADH. In summary, RAS, ADH, and AMP form a tightly coordinated system of hormonal control. RAS and ADH work together to increase blood pressure and conserve water when levels drop, while ANP provides the opposing response when pressure becomes too high. This hormonal interplay ensures that the kidneys can continuously regulate blood volume, electrolyte balance, and urine concentration to maintain overall homeostasis.